We actually live.
We are on TikTok. We're waiting for people to pile on YouTube.
Live on TikTok and YouTube?
Yep.
We have a bandwidth?
Well, it looks like it.
After putting that ladder up, I don't have a bandwidth.
Right?
Jeez. What a deal. What a little squeal. Lois looks all bundled up.
Right here.
Ready for winter. That air conditioner, we should set it for like 16, that's fine.
That's as low as it goes.
It'll take a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We're live on both.
Got anybody with us?
Yeah.
Really?
I sure do.
What are you doing down there, you slacker?
This echoing is so hard for me to hear anything anybody says.
What?
I'm calling you a slacker.
Slacker. I'm a slicker slacker. Slicker slacker. I'm a slicker slacker. Oh, good morning, everyone. Yes, this is our meditation session. Focus on this. Boy, we wanted to kind of get set up a little bit before we bored all you guys to death. And of course, I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy. Hi, everyone. Say good morning, Hosh.
Good morning, Ho.
Reversing.
Oh, whoa.
He kicked the bucket.
Hosh, are you okay? You just kicked the bucket.
That was the last thing on my bucket list is to kick it, so I'm almost there, right?
Oh my God.
Lois, say good morning.
Good morning, Lois.
You got the blue hand of Lois.
The blue hand of Lois.
Blue hand of
Let's see
Lois.
if I
Good
can-
morning.
Good morning, Killer Bee Nation.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here doing nothing in some air conditioning in, where are we, Douglas? I don't even know.
Douglas, yeah, I don't even know where we are.
They just tell me to get in the truck every morning and I go.
Yeah,
It's Pirtleville. We're in Pirtleville.
we're in Pirtleville, actually. Yep.
Pirtleville.
I didn't even know that existed.
It's from Dr. Seuss's books. Pirtleville. Where the turtles are savvy and the birds are perverse. Yes.
The turtles and Pirtle?
That's it. The turtles in Pirtleville.
Yeah, so,
And the hippies and good bee. It's a children's book.
It is a children's book.
Killer Bee Nation. I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy. Yeah, or I got another live in the hive. Can everybody hear okay with these wonderful acoustics? I mean, sounds like we're in a sanctuary or a cathedral or some damn thing.
Yeah.
We're soon to be in a war zone, everyone. I mean, these poor people have been dealing with these bees for I don't even know how many years. And they've had numerous people out to try to deal with them. Nobody can get the job done. You heard me say it. It's happened all the time. That's why we had to go to Sirius or to Tucson at one time for that floor. Remember the burnout bees?
No one can do it.
No one could do it.
No one will.
Except for us, of course. Yeah. Oh, it's tough, you know. What was that song? Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. Perfect and never be. Okay. So we had to put up the big ladder. So when the gal called me and said, there's about 30 feet up on a break, bucket truck where we need. Well, it turns out that these bees have been torturing you guys forever, and yes, they're African honeybees. They all are here in Arizona anyway, and they're everywhere now. All we're going to need to do is seal up their front door and then come inside and cut out above these windows. And that is going to expose the hive. How do we know that? Yesterday we came to do a little look at it, you know, and see what was, because it was some complicated ones we'll come and take a look at. Mostly I can ask enough questions so we can figure out what the logistics are before we, need to do that. So we drilled a couple of exploratory holes, and what happened? The bees came pouring out. Yes, indeed. So
And Hosh got stung.
yeah, right.
Hosh got
And
stung. Those are the exploratory holes. Yes, we're aware of the echo. There's not much we can do. We're in our own echo chamber today.
Yeah, that's apropos. It is different.
It's like the old Leslie speakers back in the day. So we know they're up there. So,
Yeah, basically all he's saying, because someone asked what you're saying, is we got to go outside on the ladder, close the front door so we can come back in here and get into where Reed and Hosh did the exploratory holes
We're
yesterday.
actually going to do that right now. We're going to go ahead and go. Roche, we need to get battery for this stuff.
Okay.
Do it. So I'm going to use this to cut the drywall, guys. This is one of those tools that Rigid sent us. And it, you know, I've been cutting rebar with it and doing all sorts of. Hoshi, want to make sure she's, or is she on, even online? So anyway, the owner's watching us from another window. We're using this to cut a bunch of rebar. This is an actual drywall blade. Yeah, we're using the Sawzalls normally, right? Look at this. I got this set, I think, at the right depth. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
And so, and if not, then I'll have to, good, I got my tools here, get the Allen wrench and set this a little deeper. But talk about a clean cut, huh? Yeah, you know, usually it's like,
A clean cut brought to us by whom? By Rigid
by
Tools?
Rigid Tools.
Okay. Thanks, Rigid.
Thank you.
We love Rigid Tools
Yeah.
for a clean cut.
Yes, clean cut. Oh, I haven't had my hair cut in years.
Do it.
I don't know if this would work for that.
Do it with that.
All right, we need the battery pack in this puppy. Let's go outside, everyone. I'm thinking expanding foam.
Yeah.
And just to seal it up so they can't come out. We don't want these little bastards torturing us. Oh, here we are on the border. Woo! Here we are on the border with old Mexico, Killer Bee Nation. And look at the skies. Gee whiz, I mean, it's just going to be a beautiful day in the old neighborhood. We got, it's going to cloud up and rain like a son of a gun in a little while, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have some monsoons.
We're going to have some monsoon.
I think we have a flood watch, actually.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, wow. No, flash floods out here are no joke. I've almost been washed away in them. I've seen a 6-foot wall of water come down a totally dry wash, and there was no clouds around. It was up in the mountains, and then it came down about 20 miles, and just, I've seen them wash cars away, but that was up the gulch in Bisbee. And yeah, it can be pretty severe out here. So it's all or nothing. It's, you know, it's a high desert. It's all or nothing. So we're getting some rain, yay! And of course, you know what that means in the desert. Everything's gonna go nuts because everything nuts already. I left my gloves up there. I'm so ashamed of myself.
Well, I can go up. I can.
Oh, you're gonna take that up?
Well, no, I mean I can do that and.
No, I'll be
I can go up
fine.
the ladder.
Oh, you're gonna be up there. I'm not.
Okay. Well, here. Again.
Said with confidence. Actually, I'm gonna go, you know, supervise some of the ground level operation.
Come on.
Come on, Lois, let's go over here.
Okay, then.
Okay. God, I love it. Turns me on. Stop it. It's not bowling. What is it? Bowling night? No, anyway. So Hosh and I already got this magnificent ladder up there. These little giants. And so you see where he's going up, way up there.
See,
Feel good?
actually, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Except for being on a ladder.
Right.
So these are actually coming out up there, right to the left of where the ladder is, Killer Bee Nation. And they have been so active at times over the years that she couldn't even see out the window.
They've had him like 5 years.
Oh, is that what she told you?
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't sure about the timage on it.
And her daughter and I believe it's son-in-law, I think they're married. They're moving into
Yeah,
this
right.
room.
They're moving in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So they got to get rid of these bees.
gotta get rid of
Somebody's
these
going to be
bees.
living in this room now.
So we don't want to fill it up because we're going to be taking it out from the inside. We just want to close the door. But they're coming over to the left also, right?
Yep. There's a bunch of doors.
Oh, of course there are. And then, of course, we'll have to look off to the right, too, but I really hope there aren't any off to the right. They're aggressive?
Yeah.
Of course they are. So Hosh yesterday on the inside got stung. That, I don't know what to make of that, because, you know, I always say, when bees get into a room, they're no longer a threat to us, a nuisance, yes, a threat, no. I'm kind of shocked by this, but things always change with these Africanized honeybees. They are Africanized honeybees. So one came right at him in the room and stung him on the arm. I mean, I haven't seen that before. I walked into a room with 1,000 bees in it and just vacuumed them up out of a window. That's the only time the vacuum really works, that or a ball of bees hanging in a tree. And that'll work for that too. So today we have a vacuum up there, a shop vac, to clean up the place and vacuum some out of the window and make it look good for you guys. And also so it's not so much of a mess, because there's going to be, you know, 100,000 bees in that room, or we don't know what we're getting into. We never do. Except that's the only thing that's predictable about these things, is they're unpredictable.
All right, I smell venom.
Already.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, stay up there for a second and make sure all the holes are sealed. You know, we're trying to get their front doors sealed up.
Stay up there and smell some more venom is what he's
Wake
saying.
up and smell the venom.
Turn the radio on for another cup of misery. Wonder where it all went wrong. Stumble out of my bedroom, watch the sun going down. Wake up and smell the whiskey, pour my hot rod on the ground. Well, that was your little serenade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't use smoke. They don't care, these bees. If it worked, we'd use it. Vacuum. Actually sucking the bees up unless they're in a window, because if we put a hole where they're coming out, they stop coming out. They are like, we're going to wait for the tornado or the hurricane or whatever to stop. In the air, of course, this is just ridiculous. They're not going to happen. We don't, at night, well, that'd be adorable, but we're just too busy. We're just too busy. So we do it when we're called, and we go out and take care of it. We're on call. Oh, what are some of the other questions? Power washer. Now, power washer and drywall, it just doesn't mix, and we got way too many. I used it for years. You can see in some of the older vids I've done, like Discovery Channel, Nat Geo, Animal Planet History, all that shit. Good vids, of course, they were professionally done way back in the day. I look exactly the same, so it'll fool you. It was 30 years ago. But the power washer got way too many complaints about the mess. So not gonna, and it ruins the honey. So that's why I've developed the techniques that we're using to this day. So that takes care of some of the comments that'll come up. Let's see, we're assholes. Well, I can't do much about that. That's some more of the comments. What more of the wonderful comments can you think of? They're not native. Anything you can think? Has anybody got anything
No, they're being
wonderful
good
to say to us?
Somebody likes your singing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, they should go get their ears tuned up, doing something.
Are they in the room? They're not in the room yet, but they're about to be in the room.
Holy shit, are they gonna
I
be?
think that's it. I'll tell you what, Reed, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There were a lot of bees sitting out here.
Porch.
Yeah.
They were drinking their morning coffee on the porch.
By golly. What was it sweetened with, Lois?
Honey. Killer bee honey. They even had our honey. Wait, was that their honey or our honey?
Soon to be. Yeah, we are the ultimate Vikings.
It's a little chaotic here with the activity, but I'm not seeing anybody.
Did you see that vulture fly over here?
I sure did.
Wasn't that perfect timing?
That was. Where'd it go?
Well, and it's done, it's done.
Hey, vulture. That's
It's done, it's done. This
Wait,
is perfect
that's not
timing
a-
flying over.
Is that a vulture?
Okay, let's go lay down in the yard and attract the vulture. Get it?
Yeah.
We'll leave this ladder up for a minute. It's
Yeah.
no wind. If there was wind, we'd have to take it down.
Yeah.
But there's no wind, and so it won't not going to blow over anything.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Because even though there's no neighbors around here, we don't want them torturing anything. You know, they're just. So now we go back up inside, guys. That vulture was cool, huh? Flying right above you, Hosh.
Oh, good.
Oh.
No, Hosh, you're supposed to be like, great.
Oh, great.
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 Great, great,
Great.
great.
Okay, now we're going to get to real business.
Yes, now
We're going to see bees. Everyone wants to see the bees, guys. Where are the bees?
There's one there.
Where'd the bee?
Oh, there's one dying on the ground there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Into the air conditioning. That's the best part.
Yes, air conditioning.
We don't get air conditioning often at these jobs.
Oh my God. We have air conditioning, everyone.
And it's the like humidity hot before monsoon
Oh,
hot.
It's miserable.
It's like I'm back in the Midwest all over again.
Like I'll
Don't
get-
you know?
That's right, actually. Alright, now. Alright, and then you're, I'm gonna close this. We're gonna get this out. Did you, are you on, YouTube? Okay. Well, that's right. It'll be on later. It'll be on later. Alright, and we missed all, folks. I am all sawed off and where to go. I hope I got set for the right depth.
Do you have the battery?
Oh, no, it's on. It's on the tailgate.
That's funny.
Never mind.
I was just gonna put my finger in it and say, okay, here we go now.
That's how Lois says. She's just full of energy.
I am. I'm so electric.
Yeah, it is. She's so electric.
Yeah.
12 volt, 18 volt, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
electric.
Still, at least I got more power than you do.
Well, actually, it's way. Yeah, I'm down to about a 6 volt battery, actually, to be honest with you. Thank you, Lois. I appreciate it.
Now Reed has more than 6 volts of power.
I do?
Well,
It's all in the amperage, remember that. All right, here we go, guys. I don't know. We're just gonna do what I always
Do
do.
you want this higher?
Uh,
You can make it higher.
thank you. I think this is good. Oh, first time. It's our first time. I don't know if that's deep enough, but we're gonna find out.
You're gonna need a fry bar. You're gonna need a fry bar.
What do you say?
Fry bar?
Oh, probably. What the hell? I'm sure I just got stung.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want your gloves?
Goddamn bee inside of my glove. I mean, it feels like a sting.
Do you want your big blues?
No, I don't know what I want. I want to find out what the hell it's got me. Scorpions. Scorpions are evil. I don't care what anybody says. They are fucking evil little bastards. Piss me off. Here we go, guys. Something got me. I don't know. Well, something did.
Do you want your big blues though? They're right here.
Oh yeah, you know what? That'd be better. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Killer Bee Nation. We're just going to kind of square out like always. It's kind of fun though because I've never used this tool for this purpose, but so far so good. I mean, I'm liking it. God damn it, something got me. You know, scorpions. I mean, everything I got. Did I tell you, Lois? I got bit 4 times by a cone-nosed beetle.
No.
Which are kissing bugs. And they are horrible.
Are they really hard shelled?
Yes.
I stepped on one the other day.
Good.
I didn't know what it
They
was.
look evil.
It was so crunchy.
I did a show with a Japanese film crew years ago, July 4th actually. They were here. And we called it Konnichiwa Bees. And the Japanese film crew, Susumu, came out from Japan with the entire operation. And what he does is he fights murder hornets in Japan. So that's where they're from, right? Murder hornets are from Japan. And they not only can sting, but they spit venom that can blind you. He had his own outfit, his whole operation. I mean, he had his own suit, he had a whole deal. And so I had some badass bee removals lined up. And he almost got the cameraman stung. Their suits did not protect from these things at all. One thing, the main difference is murder hornets don't give a shit about us. They don't care about humans. They just do not care at all. I mean, they can be flying all over and they're like huge helicopters. Whereas these guys, they want to kill you. So after one day of being in the suit, and this is the first day of the week, he looked at his director and in Japanese said, "It's his show." It's his show. And so I proceeded. So it was a show that only aired in Japan. They're very tight with their film stuff over there. And it was called Samurai Busters. And the whole premise of the show was killer bees versus hornets.
There you go.
I win.
Yeah, the killer bees win. So introducing.
I won.
Well, yeah.
Lord.
Introducing the murder hornets wouldn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Much better. I'm gonna say it like that'll work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is gonna pop off, guys. Woo, got it. All right. All right, we don't know how much we're gonna have to take off. And I don't know if I went over a stud. I don't know, but that thing's nice. I'm really liking that rigid tool for this application. Here we go. Reveal time. Oh
Honeycomb.
my
Wow.
God.
Honeycomb. Yeah.
Oh, tip of the iceberg. Look at that. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Oh, these guys, I tell you, they're being a pain in the...
Yeah. Oops.
All
Hey.
right, so we have no, now, I don't know why this isn't full of bees right here, but it might be over here. And also, well, I
Yeah.
don't feel any
any 2x in here.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I'm gonna be cutting a lot here, I think. Holy shit. All right, guys. I am actually gonna go down and get my glasses for my eyes.
Yeah.
Since I'm gonna be cutting a shitload of this stuff.
I have a little.
So I'll be back in a second. You can start pulling comb out if you want.
Sure.
I don't.
Could you grab a garbage bag for you then?
Yes, garbage bag and my glasses. Okay, back in a second.
Hey, are you able to grab that other ladder? Or I can?
The what?
The other ladder, so I can come
Oh, we
up?
don't have a little blue one.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Got it, right.
No worries.
Yeah, so, all right. Back in a second.
Alright. There could be comb like throughout this.
And I've shared with Rudy, I have some suspicions about this.
Yeah.
You know, if you looked on the windows outside, there was foam all the way down the window line. So that tells us, of course, this has been a reoccurring problem. Additionally, I have a sneaking suspicion that there are no 2x4s in here. It's just a hunch I have.
So we could have a lot of comb and they're hanging out somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Now this is all empty here. And yesterday, when I drilled the exploratory holes,
Yeah.
they were coming out. And they're not now, but they will. This is a big hive. And all the comb in here is empty. Which means this part of the city is not currently in use. It probably was last year, but they've depleted their store. That said, this is a mean, active hive. And I think as we get into this deconstruction here, we're going to hit a populated pocket, and it's going to be off the chain. This is all dry. It's all empty. Empty pantries. Huh. Yeah. You can hear them, right?
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
I know. That's crazy.
All right, I'm looking.
Well, we are getting into something right now.
Oh, yeah. They were mean out there. I
Yeah.
don't have a truck either. Is there anything full yet?
No, there's a little bit of nectar. And there's one, but everything's sticky
So that's all rude.
and empty.
Or
No,
is
it's
that-
nothing. It's empty.
Oh. Actually, it's completely empty.
Yeah.
Well, I think good for nothing, right? I
No.
mean, we'll bag it up anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys, well, I'm gonna cut out a section and, now you see how dark that is, you guys? I don't know if Coach talked about that or not,
No,
but
not yet.
that is really old comb, just like she was saying. That's been there a long time, and it's basically the exact same as the white comb, only stained from use, literally. So, all right, I think that, well, of course, this is gonna be spitting off dust. You have glasses on, don't you? You have glasses on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut another section out. Because we have no idea how far this thing goes. All right, here we go. Nice, huh? Love this stuff. Wow. Is that fast or what? Oh, shit. All right, guys, here we go. All right. More coming. Yeah, we're getting into some beaten now, guys. All right, can you see the camera? Has anybody got any help for us?
No.
Uh-oh. endless, holy shit.
I think that's Eugene Simmons' accordion. Eugene, we found your accordion.
Oh, I've been missing it, Lois, I've been missing it so much. The accordion.
Do y'all collect the honey from the bees? We sure do. That's why we're not using any chemicals or anything yet. We're gonna get this honey and we sell it at the Killer Bee Honey Store in Bisbee and Tombstone. And online at killerbeeguy.com.
Yeah, thank you, Lois. Now back to our scheduled program.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I can do that or not.
Yeah, this comb could literally go the whole length of this wall.
I think you're right. You know what, I'm going to have to move the, yeah, I'm gonna take this off.
Ladder. Dang.
Unbelievable. Here you go, Lois.
Still going?
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
still going.
And it's all
I mean,
fire.
it's all high, and it, but no super bees, and I don't know if it's swarm.
Now this is the abandoned.
Oh, this is abandoned, yeah, you're right. Now, okay, I hit things here. And this is falling down.
Yeah, you got to the end?
Yeah. I hit it on this side anyway, but this is all falling down and empty.
Right.
So, oh my God, I think I've got, I don't know if we're gonna be, even if we do find some honey, I don't know if this has been sprayed or not.
Right.
Now, I do have, well, I have to move this ladder over, go the other way now. So there's not here or that's the damage for,
You're at the end of it on that side, natural end?
yeah,
Is there a stud?
you're looking at it.
In addition to this stud, is there another stud up there?
Well, look in the mirror. So anyway,
Which mirror?
Yeah.
which way, you take the one mirror.
There looks like there's something right there.
Yeah, there is a,
I mean, it goes on, but there's no, I don't
there's
know.
no more build out there.
No, there's no buildup. So would you help me move the ladder this way, and I'll do some more zippity doo dah.
At some point here, we're going to get to the population.
You know,
I think so. I mean, we don't know. You know, we were speculating about this, about how far it was down here. Outside, the expanding foam that's been done in the past goes all the way. Oh my God.
so, you know, people are asking, you know, are the bees hiding
And we
or,
don't know.
yeah, we
We
don't
don't know
know.
if it's a hive, if it's swarm. We don't know if it got poison. We don't know. I mean, there's bees right here crawling around on that foam.
Yeah, I mean, and
And so
there,
I think once we start cutting it up, it's going to be a lot more mayhem. Here we go, guys. Man, I love this fidget tool. This is awesome. I mean, the weirdest use for fidget tools ever. Cool, huh? Okay, we found it.
That's it.
Yep.
okay.
Just fine. Just fine, at least we know. So there's 6 feet. 6 feet of foam up there. Now, when we get to pulling more of that out, and by that I mean we'll see how much more, you know, if there's more activity going on. We just don't know. We just don't know that. We put the plastic up to keep honey from dripping on the walls and everything. We'll just see how, you know, I always say, guys, we don't know what we're getting into. Very good.
You know, and because they've had them for years and they've been trying to get rid of these on
They
their
probably got
own.
poisoned over and over again.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't know.
there's some poison in the corner there.
Oh, yeah. Pardon?
You have a flashlight for you?
Yes.
No, Rita, I was just pointing out, like, there's,
Oh,
you know,
that's- yeah,
right
actually,
there,
lots of
so.
them, yeah. And people, you know, yeah, this is, you know, don't anybody do this at home now. Of course, this poor gal, it took her literally years to find it. I'm sure. Why, our buddy, oh, here, come over here. Lois.
Yeah, she's been wanting to take care of them and couldn't find
Couldn't
anybody.
find anyone. And finally, Ray Navoa, our buddy down here in Douglas, is the realtor. And we worked with Ray, and he should be here right now.
Can I see that flashlight?
But yes, of course. No, you can't. Let's look down there.
Empty. And it's always been, they've never built down there.
Well, good. There's no skeletons.
There's no skeletons, but there clearly were holes. Here you go, Reed. There clearly were holes,
Yeah.
and that's why they had to run that
So
home.
now so that's the extent of it, but that's enough. That's it. See now, back there, Lois, you see all those bees back there where my light is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we don't know if they just swarmed, that would reduce their numbers, yes, but not this much. Now, outside they were aggressive, and they're aggressive in here, and so we're kind of, you see all those bees? So we're just not sure.
There's not as many as we usually see.
No.
Well, I think they're behind. I think we're gonna see them come out.
Okay.
Well, they're definitely between the layers of comb up there,
Right.
you know? Man, that little saw, that's what we're using on that rigid saw. Gee. Now, is that wiring up there, or? No, that's all too loud. That's just more empty, right?
Yep, it's all empty.
Now, this indicates a robbery, all right? So when people, when bees are keen to steal honey from each other, and every single hive is an enemy of every other hive. The only reason they would ever visit each other is to steal honey. They smell differently to each other. They are different bodies. A hive and 100,000 bees is a body. It literally is. And each bee is a cell, the queen being the heart and brain. How far does that go? Is there a header up there?
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, I think there is. Hopefully. Hope no one's stealing it. It shouldn't.
Who repairs the drywall? Not us.
Yeah, whoever they hire. Everybody's always worried about that.
I know.
What are people worried about?
They're worried about who's gonna repair the drywall. You come do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do bees.
No, the homeowners know what we might be doing and give us permission before we do it, so
No, we just come in and start hacking stuff up.
we
So,
quite frankly don't care who does the drywall.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of cleanup here, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we'll do what we always do, we're gonna soak that whole area with the automotive undercoating and let it air out, and then this battle's over. But I can't wait to see what's behind all this comb, because there is a full foot of 6 or 8 layers of comb over onto the right over here that host is gonna dig into, and I guarantee you there's gonna be some shenanigans. You need to look up there, or you could down, you might go down here with
What's that?
the light.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and so Reed, why do we put the automotive undercoating on here before we head out?
Why do we do that?
Why do we put the automotive undercoating on this before we leave?
Over the years, we guarantee it for 2 years, they won't come back to the spot. So that's multifaceted, and this is not a DIY channel, you guys. No, I say MD, no. So it's basically, automotive undercoating, it's like asphalt in the can. Remember, it's not your fault, it's asphalt. And they hate it. And so I found that it masks the pheromones that are soaked into that wood. There is a lot of pheromones soaked into the wood up there, and we can't remove the wood because it's structural. So it masks it. That's basically that simple. So now he's starting to pull out the big stuff. I see what's back there. Nothing really yet.
No.
Look at that. Eugene might,
Yeah, Eugene Simmons accordion, you're taking it apart. He didn't even get to play it yet.
boy, well, it looks like it's in for repair.
Oh yeah, you gotta go repair it.
Boy, look how black that cone is, so dark.
Yeah.
Wow. Long arm of a coach. Wow, that is some old hive. She wasn't kidding. A lot of cleanup, a lot of maintaining. Now, this is not a normal, so far anyway, 100,000 bees, that's for sure. Oh, look at, he's getting in some, huh? You got honey? Yeah. Well, I'll be doggone. Yeah, honey and nectar. Look at this, guys. See how glistening? That's nectar.
Brood.
So they are busy. Oh, brood. Okay, this is healthy. You see that, guys? So that is brood. That is where they raise the baby. Yeah, I'm gonna get my thing caught here. I have my garter caught. Look at that. See, you can see the larvae right there, actually, guys, the white larvae. So this is only good for Hoshi's chickens. They love that. Don't they, Hoshi? Honey?
Well, yes.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit of honey in there. Well, nope, larvae. It's larvae.
This one's honey.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this over now. It's time to get serious. You will get that. Yeah. More.
I have Viking bucket there, but
Huh?
that's the,
Oh, Viking, you have a Viking bucket. Yeah, more brood. A lot of babies, a lot of babies. So even though we haven't seen 100,000 bees yet, there is a lot of brood. Now brood is the larvae, more brood.
yeah.
Yeah, there's more bees coming out
Now
now.
this is honey and brood. So on where the light is now, that's honey. Where that is, that's babies, that's
That
brood.
was heavy. There's a queen cell in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe there was one. Oh, there's a queen cell right there. See that big bulbous thing? That's a queen cell, very old. So this is all nectar, so that can go into wait. So I gotta look this one over. And we just got a little tidbit of brood up here. So we're gonna tear that off, send that to Hoshi's chicken. Look at this, how they do the brood. This is so beautiful. And they'll do it in kind of a circle like that. How's it looking up there, Hosh? I mean, look at all that. There's honey. Look at all that honey, guys.
Yep.
Oh, look at all the bees in the holy shit. All right, well, there's nothing wrong with this hive. And she said nobody's been fiddling with it for years, so we don't know. We don't know what's going on with these guys. Said nobody's been up there for a long time. And from the age of that expanding comb, the old comb that was up there, it looked like a couple of years to me. But this will put a kibosh on it. This will put an end to it.
Now, here's the thing, gang. You've seen, I don't know if you've seen the articles, and we got more to post today, but the whole South of the Mason-Dixon line, like we've been saying, killer bees all over the place.
Yeah.
How to prevent them? You've got to get rid of voids like this on your property. You can't have anywhere in your house where you've got a hollow wall. You've got to insulate everything.
It would be good. Insulate thing and seal up holes. Now, Randy Willis, who is probably watching, Randy, how the heck are you? Thank you so much for sending all those articles. We've been reposting them, right, Hope?
Yeah.
A lot of articles about attacks all over the country. And so just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Well, we're getting local reports from Killer Bee Nation, and we're reposting them on our news articles and stuff about killer bees. Big one in Alabama recently, right? And then last week they killed a guy in Cincinnati. And this is all just documented news stuff. This isn't us, you know, we're not emotional about it, but man, everyone else is. Holy shit. And, oh, look at that now. Well, we got a bunch more bees. Is that more brood?
Yeah. Is that brood over there?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, that black bag is kind of for the brood. But
Okay.
this is
All right.
honey, yeah.
I'll have to get my big blues back on to get that. You got honey up there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to move the ladder in. But
Okay. Well, let's, I get my big blues on. This is empty. I'm so good. Are you going to take that for your chickens or how are you?
oh yeah.
They love it all, don't they?
Yep.
They love all the brood and
They love
the
it.
babies. They eat the larvae. They do not eat the bees. They eat the larvae. They do not eat the bees.
No, they won't touch the bees.
So big shout out to Neil and Karen Gara also. Neil came by and got a bunch of Viking honey stocked up for his wife. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much for that. And of course Mel and Dan up in Blue Water Cafe. Love you guys. Grand Moraine. Up in North Shore Lake Superior. And I don't know, everybody else. There's a whole bunch of KBN, Killer Bee Nation that we just love. We're down in the lake.
Yeah, that's what they're.
All right. It's gonna be a lot of scraping, a lot of cleaning up, scraping to get that to where we can coat it. But hey, it'll be done. Oh yeah, look at you're scraping the shit out of it, though.
Yeah.
Wow. Go here's your Viking bucket. Right outside there. That Viking bucket.
Yeah.
Wow. What a deal. The end of an error. So it's weird because it's a hive, definitely. And they might have just swarmed. I mean, I used to watch my Africanized hives back in the mid-90s swarm once a week. Yes, you heard me right. Swarm once a week. That's just like sci-fi. So are we comments on what TikTok and?
Yeah, they're just asking if we can eat the honey again. Yes, we can eat the honey. KillerBeeGuy.com or Killer Bee Guy store in beautiful downtown Bisbee or that other town, Tombstone.
The world of narcissism.
Tombstone, the town too tough to die.
This is not too high to care.
Yeah. People in Tombstone don't like people in Bisbee
Yes.
for some reason.
Well, you know, it's cowboys and hippies.
Yeah, probably.
Cowboys and artists.
Yeah, well, we should all get along.
Cowboys and artists don't mix.
Well, they should.
No, it's all hollow. It's all empty. It's just wax.
We don't do anything with the wax, speaking of which.
No, it's too much work.
Well, I mean, there's enough bees here to really put a hurt on somebody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that in a normal hive, there's about 5,000 bees out working. We always tell everyone, wherever you see them coming and going from a crack or a hole, that's the airport, not the city. That's just the loading dock, that's all it is. And, you know, there's a whole metropolis in there. Even though this is a small metropolis, there's still a lot of bees, enough to kill a few people. I mean, there's not 100,000. I have no idea what's going on. The only thing that's predictable about them is they're unpredictable. That's it. Now, you'll notice how all of the bees are going to the windows, except for a few that are being aggressive. Yesterday, Hosh got stung in the arm with no reason at all. He was inside here, not outside. So I hope that, you know, I keep saying, can they get any more aggressive? Well, apparently.
They can get a little more aggressive.
Apparently, every year they're getting more aggressive. They're changing their behavior, whereas European bees just simply didn't. Good Lord, huh? That's a bunch of Viking, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. Yeah, if it was toxic, of course, bees couldn't live with it. Bees are very sensitive, and when people say that there's a big shortage of bees, everyone, let's clarify which bees. All right? Because they are correct, but it's too broad of a general sweeping statement. It's like saying that our native grasses are going away, are dying off. Well, our native grasses. Now, invasive and native are two different things. We are very pro-native bees. That's what we focus on. We get all these people commenting that say, "Oh, you're invasive too." I mean, stay focused for 5 seconds, you guys. I mean, you know, let's talk about bees, talk about invasive species. To make an argument about going broad general like that, it just means you don't have a good argument or don't know what you're talking about. So we're focusing on native pollinators. Our focus is honeybees because, and the Africanized honeybee really brought it to the forefront in my brain because I used to be the biggest bee hugger in the world, and I still am, native bees. Now, there are no native stinging bees that make honey. That's it. Honeybees are invasive here. They don't belong here. There were no honeybees in the state of Arizona before 1872, ever. Yeah, people lived here for 10,000 years or more without honeybees. Yes, they ate just fine. They went to McDonald's, they went to Whole Foods. Okay, they didn't do that. So the bees that we used to really like and love were called European honeybees for a reason. They were from Europe. All right. So but they didn't try to kill us and our livestock all the time and our animals. And so when that changed, when they became Africanized, the crossbreed, then they started killing us and our animals. And now they kill people and animals every single day. And just because it's not reported doesn't mean shit anymore. There were 3 people killed in Cochise County last summer, and the hospital in the northern part of the county knew that, and the hospital in the southern part of the county didn't. So there are no records being kept about the advancement of killer bees around the country because there is no governmental agency and no extension. No one's keeping track. It's expensive to do the genetic testing. No one's keeping track. So we get our reports from people on the ground, like us, boots on the ground, beekeepers that'll speak to us, and exterminators around the country, and doctors, medical personnel that say, yeah, we had it, will call us Ohio, and say, yeah, we had an incident where someone died. Been doing this a long time, so people call us and let us know. That's where we get our info, because there's no official data report. Somebody was asking me, where's the data? There isn't any. There's no official data.
Well,
Right?
I would argue that some people don't want that data out there.
Oh,
The,
well.
the people,
good Lois.
the people who
Well.
have their own story and their own
Hidden agenda.
propaganda.
Yep, they got their own agenda in this shit. And we don't have that, all right? We're not pro honeybee, we're pro native pollinator. That's it. If I'm gonna be pro anything, right? When I grew up, I wanted to be pro bulwark, but it didn't work out, Lois.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
work out at all.
And I always think it's interesting how you got started really was, ranchers. They knew right away
Yeah.
that there were new bees rolling in and they were
Ranchers live
killing
on-
their
They
livestock.
live with the earth.
And
Yep.
they knew you had bees in a bee
I
suit.
was a young buck back then.
And
in
that's
1990.
really how you got started,
Yeah,
when they
that was
came
it.
into
Yeah, I
Arizona.
had about 20, 30 hives at one time up by the tunnel in Bisbee. And when the Africanized came across the line, they came into Texas in 91 and Arizona in 93, they changed the face of beekeeping, and they are continuing to as they are, more higher percentage up north. They're in all the lower 48 now. But I stopped keeping bees. I used to watch clouds of my bees chase cars down Highway 80, and those were Africanized. Fuck no. And yes, those were guaranteed by the labs in Tucson to be Africanized. They told us to stop sending samples. No one's taking samples anymore. But what Lois was saying, the old ranchers started calling me up and saying, the bees have been in that tack room for 40 years and under that floor, and they just killed my horse. They're stinging the cows. They're attacking myself and the cowboys. What in the hell is going on? They look the same. And I explained the crossbreeding. They look the same and everything. Come and get them. So we do that, and we tear out a wall or a floor and get, 500 pounds of honey. Well, I stopped keeping honeybees because they're invasive and a pain in the ass, honestly. Keeping bees is a pain in the ass. So then we segued into doing this. But yeah, Lois is right. That's how it started. Now the ranchers out here, they live on the earth. They are of the earth, salt of the earth. They are out every day on the earth, just like we are.
And you know what? They're not going to ask for data.
No.
They know what's going on.
Yeah, they're not going to ask for data. They're going
They
to fire up
see
their
it.
backhoe and bury that horse that got killed. So, that it's just all this. It's just some of the arguments that people put up. It's only because they have Winnie the Pooh glasses on.
Yeah.
So take those off.
Well, people want to keep bees, and they want the honey. It's
Yes,
not simple.
yeah, and they want to be justified in
It's
doing it.
just honey. It's just honey. It's all about the honey.
It's all about, and the romance of, some of them truly believe that they're doing Mother Nature a great favor by keeping an invasive species. What in the hell is wrong with this picture?
Do Mother Nature a favor.
Humans have never done Mother Nature a favor, have
Yeah,
we?
maybe we should start doing her favors and she won't be so pissed off at us.
You can't. You're going to work with her, or she's going to work you over.
I know,
Or work
but
you
that's
over.
the problem. We need more people to want to work with her.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do.
We are.
That is actually what we're trying to do here.
Boy, am I elaborating.
It's pretty convoluted up here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're doing great. We gotta clean it up as much as possible first. Then it'll be time for the undercoating. When you do the undercoating, we'll
Yeah.
go outside and then leave the door open to air.
Okay.
Because it gets pretty kind of toxic.
Yeah.
And I'll chase her, I'll make sure
Yeah.
she can get into the other room, because it can get kind of toxic, but you're at that level, well, you're about 10 minutes away,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
something like that.
Not a lot of bees in here.
Huh?
Not a lot of bees.
No.
And my suspicion is that they've swarmed recently.
They went out to swarm. So Hosh is saying they went out to swarm, meaning to try to start a new hive.
Right. So the old queen takes 7,000 to 10,000 bees out of this hive and goes and starts a new colony someplace. For the crown. No, they go and they start a new colony someplace, and then a new queen emerges in the hive and starts running this show. So, but in the process, in the meantime, in between, maybe the numbers are down a little bit.
Yeah.
So, anyway, amazing. Okay, all right, very good. All right. Well, she's good in there.
Okay.
All right, so have you got any other
really.
Thoughts and wishes, and besides the wish we'd go away?
I mean, yeah, we're about,
Propolis out this morning.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I still don't know what the hell now is.
we're about,
I felt like.
we're about done. I mean,
Yeah,
Hosh
actually, no, this is just clean up now. Yeah.
he's scrubbing the nubbins like a pro up there.
The number scrubber, that's for dog.
Well, I don't know if it's like a pro, but there's definitely some scrubbing going on.
Well, you know, Hosh, I mean, we're at the tail end of it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about old hives and buildings like this?
Well, I'll tell you what, Reed. If I had a house like this, and I saw honeybees coming and going at any void or hole or hollow in the house, I would definitely call an exterminator. If I were in Cochise County, I'd call Reed Booth the killer bee guy, and Hosh and Lois to come out and take care of it.
Yeah, we're quite team.
Anywhere else in the U.S., you need to understand honeybee Africanization is on the rise. There are 38 states that are confirmed. However, we believe they're in all the lower 48 states. They don't skip states. So if they're in Maine, you know, they're probably in Rhode Island. And, you know, you got to call an exterminator. Never relocate a feral honeybee hive. Feral honeybees account for none of your food. They have nothing to do with America's food supply. All feral honeybees are doing is inbreeding native plants, competing with native bees, and decreasing biodiversity. Wherever they are, they're just dominating, gentrifying those ecosystems, decreasing the biodiversity. We don't need one kind of bee all over the United States. We need America's 4,000 species of native bees. All right, we'll see you guys on the next job. Let's, if you want to do something for the environment, plant native plants in your yard. That's it. That's all you have to do. Don't keep honeybees. That's a fool's game. We'll see you guys later.
Save the native pollinators.
Love you guys. Go to killerbeeguy.com. And yeah, love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. We never know what we're getting into. Reed Booth and team signing off. Buzzing off.
Buzza.
Buzz.